You're literally not gonna guess it. Okay. You're not, and we're live.
Officially live.
That's good. That's
and
good.
right now, we
right.
got the boy,
Bernard
T-Raw.
I'm here, baby.
T-Raw in the house.
T-Raw in the house.
Trey Alidor.
There's a lot of
Officially.
contemplating. I finally
Officially.
made it to the world famous. Some people say,
World
Yeah,
famous,
podcast.
baby.
don't stumble saying our name. That's fine.
He's like, wait, which one is
World
this?
yeah, hold on.
which
I've had
podcast?
like 3
I've
podcasts.
been on a million podcasts, you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just
Just left-
another day, you know.
Just left
You know,
another one.
since I put that little niblet out on the Sean podcast,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, oh, I can't be late. I sent him the first 15 seconds.
No,
I was
y'all
like,
done blown up and just forgot about me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm coming. Then all you say, you got world's famous people on and everything, you know. So
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you, dude.
He's like, oh, no, that's
And we
fine.
traded jerseys.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah.
Look at these bad
Got
boys.
the bangers out here, dude.
Blessed us,
What's up?
dude.
Represent.
Like, dude,
fresh rash guard.
hey, thank you.
I can act like I'm sponsored now. Shout out to my sponsors.
That shit is so hard, dude.
Golf U lifestyle.
Go for your lifestyle.
Go
And
for
some
your
people
lifestyle.
suck.
Yep.
Damn, dude. Those things are so hard for real.
Yeah, dude, he like surprised me with it, and I was like, seriously caught off guard.
Yeah, we haven't even... Rich, thank you so
thank
much.
you so
again.
much, Rich brother.
Rich
Yeah.
is the man.
Yeah,
for real,
dude.
for real.
Rich and Serena.
I don't like it. The shirt is so fire. I don't even want to wear it. I want to frame it, but I want to wear it. I've been rocking the same one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, 5 years.
Those shirts are comfortable. Shout out to Flow and Roll
Yes,
because they've been hooking it up, you know. And
Yeah.
that Sean does a lot of good stuff for the community. A lot of people don't know.
yeah.
Like he paid the cost for all those shirts for Kai Strong, and kid had brain cancer, and we raised some money for him. Long story short, and Sean was like, "Well, I'm just going to cover the cost." So
That's awesome, dude.
every penny went to Kai and his family. So Sean does stuff like that on the reg, and people don't really recognize it, but
yeah.
he's a good guy.
I have experience with him with
Yeah.
customer service, and like I just sent to him. I was like, "Yo, I have a rip in this shirt." Like I bought it, and I didn't even notice there was a rip in it already. And he was like, "Just give me your address." Sent it without a question. Wasn't
Yeah.
even like, "Yo, send me that one back." I was like, "Where do I send this one back?" He's like, "It's good. You're
Yeah.
good."
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, you ain't got to do that. I know it's like you're not like world
Yeah, yeah.
big, you know, but
He's-
super nice guy.
yeah,
Every
he's-
time I see him, he's super
and
nice."
he's getting bigger too, so
Yeah.
it's good. It's good. It's like he's not local, but he is local because he comes here and he supports us.
Yeah.
And we are local.
Yeah.
Doing
so
big things.
that's good, you know.
Yeah, I feel like you're hitting all the bases when like you can, and I'm sure I haven't met him, but he seems like an amazing dude. And when you can
Yeah.
come into like a smaller group or a smaller area, you know what I'm saying, and make relationships like that, like you're
Yeah.
talking about, or every time you've ever, done anything with him, and whether you're not locally from there, but when you can make an impact like that on a smaller community,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
you're gonna build relationships and really great relationships.
His
you know?
actions speak louder, you know.
100%.
Oh yeah.
He's like leading by example. Dude, I cannot help but bring this up, but every time I'm around you, I feel like I'm around an adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know you're a boy. Like, you're one of the boys, but
Yeah.
I feel like I got to be on my best behavior.
You better be on your best
No.
behavior.
Sit up.
He's like, yeah. No, sit
Yeah,
up.
no, but for real
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
Feet on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You slouching? You best
Yeah, yeah.
straighten it back out, son.
Yeah, I'm a sloucher, but
Oh,
yeah.
I get bad too.
Yeah.
I heard that. Yeah, you should have seen him before you got here. He was like, "Is he here? Is he?
Did he
where
clean up
is
the
he?"
house? Did he make everything?
Oh, he
clean?
vacuumed for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I
Vacuum
vacuum
for
every
sure.
podcast for the record. Your boy's a clean boy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, dude. I keep
No,
a
it's
tidy
fine.
shit.
Yeah.
Keep it.
I think honestly, I think a lot of people, maybe it's a respect thing, which is cool. Like, because I like respect. Respect goes both ways. But a lot of people like they say I slip up and say a bad word. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, bro, like
Yeah.
I hear cuss words all the time. I try not to cuss. I might want to slip every once in a while, but like,
Yeah.
is what it is. Like, you don't have to say sorry. I mean,
Dude,
I'm grown adult too.
We were in the kitchen, and
yeah.
I was like, dude, something about Trey makes me feel like he's an adult. There's something about him. And he goes, hold on, we're not allowed to cuss? And I was like, we're allowed to cuss, but should you cuss?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a vibe. It's
Can we
definitely
not-
the
maybe
respect
we can
thing.
cuss?
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because you taught jujitsu, but it's something past jujitsu with you. You know, because I was talking to a vendor at my work because he used to do karate. And he's like a second-degree black belt. But whenever he moved,
On the
he
both degrees.
he just didn't keep up with it. And I was like, he lives in Pace. And I was like, well, there's a great gym over there, and it's run by Trey Alidor, and it's like something you should get your kids into, because he was talking about like his kids are like at the age where they can start training, and he wants to instill stuff in them. And I was like, well, Trey couldn't be a better man.
Yeah.
You literally are like the best dude I know. As far as like an example,
No, I'm not the best, but I fail a lot. I try to lead by example. That's my biggest thing in life, like lead by example. And I fail a lot, but I get back up, brush yourself off, go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play a lot of roles. I play a family man. I play
businessman,
gym man. You know, I put on the tournaments, or like promoter, you can say. You know, like I work my day job that pays the bills. You know, so I play a lot of roles.
A lot of hats to wear.
It can be a lot, but I try to lead by example in every role.
Yeah.
But I'm not perfect.
Dude,
I'm not close to.
That's a big part of what makes you though. Is like being able to fail and move on.
Yeah.
Well,
like you don't get stuck in it.
I feel like it's also like being able to accept the fact that you fail, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because like that's like the hardest thing to do is be like, okay, yep, I messed that up.
Yeah.
But I know I messed it up, and I'm gonna fix it. You know, that's like the
not
biggest...
shying away from the failure.
Yeah.
No.
Like learning from it.
Yeah.
You have to. And my black belt debut. Did you come to that in New Orleans?
The fight one? Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the back with you.
So black belt debut.
I was there all day.
I helped warm you up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
yeah.
Not a big deal. Just
You
a
was-
small point.
Hey, it was all a blur, okay? It was black belt debut, okay? But no, it wasn't. But co-main event, fight to win, and I'm fighting Josh Mancuso. Dude's a beast.
Yeah.
Like, he wins a lot of tournaments. And I knew that going into it. Like, it was like, well, I felt like, you know, I could hold my own. You know, I felt like I had a chance to win, you know? I lost. But, like, that kind of hit me hard. Like, oh, this is my black belt. I just got my black belt. I'm supposed to prove myself. I'm supposed to do, and I failed, you know. But I think that's a part of failure. Like it's climbing the ladder. Like sometimes you're gonna slip, but you just got to pull yourself back up and keep going. Because I won a lot of black belt matches too, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a part of life. It's a part of success.
Yeah.
It's just brushing yourself off and get back up. You know?
That's definitely that lead by example, because I was there, saw it firsthand. You don't remember? That's fine.
No, I remember that.
Now you do.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
like
you
that could
You
have.
refreshed my memory.
No, Trey
You were
goes. That could have
definitely
been literally anyone. I don't know,
Bro, how could you forget those beautiful ears, bro?
dude. But I remember being there, like with Louis Castillo.
Okay.
He like moved away to California, but I remember going, and then after we all like meeting up with like your dad and your wife.
Yeah.
And like, obviously you had lost, but it wasn't like
a sad thing.
Yeah, it was like, dude, that was an experience, and like, yeah, it affected you, but then you were like, life's good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like that's such that will stick with me forever. Like,
Yeah.
awesome coach, dude. For that reason alone, it's like something to mirror.
Yeah.
Like growing up after you. And I saw you just promoted Joe.
I did.
Like literally,
Big Joe. It's his
like
birthday
in
today.
real life
Happy
in this
birthday, Joe.
recording, it was seconds ago.
Yeah.
But when this came out, now it'll be like a week ago.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well,
That's crazy.
Big Joe deserves it, and I don't like to give out belts. I like to be a little bit harder. You know, some people get their belts right on time. Then most people, I feel like I wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you want to deserve and feel like, yes, this is my belt. I deserved it. I earned the belt. You know what I'm saying? Big Joe's been training a long time, and dude was mopping up blue belts and purple belts as white belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like literally like he went into, I don't know how he got into the intermediate blue belt division, but it was like all blue belts. I don't know if there was a purple belt or not. It was like flying arm barring them all, like submitted them all. Like
he was at my second Copa tournament, and I was reffing, and then I had to compete. And as I was coming off, I saw him do that flying arm bar, like, and he caught it on tape and everything. I was like, damn.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude.
Joe's
And he's a big dude, like
yeah.
bigger than Trey. Like, I mean, he's like a miniature rock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not even much miniature.
Like,
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
like-
he's yoked.
Yeah, he's like a joke, you know.
Yeah. One day when I grow up, I'm gonna be like him.
Dude, I hear
grow up.
I see Juan calling you out for this 6-pack, bro. Where's your 6-pack, bro?
You
I've seen it
know-
before.
oh, I see. Did I tell you I seen?
6-pack
What?
is in hibernation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gotta take some time.
It's
off,
getting
you know?
cold, right? Not. It's the hottest summer ever.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's getting cooler, bro. I didn't sweat for like 5 minutes in my car this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't have AC in your car.
Exactly. Most of the time I get in, automatic sweat. 5 minutes in, then I started
You didn't
sweating.
sweat?
I knew it was getting cooler because I didn't sweat as fast.
Bro, you're putting on for Trey right now. You sweated
saying.
so hard today.
I mean, I was hitting golf balls. Yes, so I sweat.
Were you glistening?
Sweat. I mean, dude.
You look like a fresh
Seen
baked
this-
ham.
Honey
Look
baked,
glazed.
baby. Honey baked, dude. You ever seen a fresh Krispy Kreme donut?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sweating's good for you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it like human nature that you gain weight in the winter? What is that about? Is it just because you don't naturally sweat all the time?
I feel like it's also
Maybe.
a
Or is it because
mental
you're
thing.
lazy because it's like
Yeah.
dreary?
Everybody wants to
Yeah,
like,
you
sit
don't.
inside.
Yeah, just sit inside and be bundled up. Maybe I don't know.
I wonder what the
Bulking season, they
Yeah.
call it.
It's all about it's. You know, a lot of people are
Sweater
like,
weather.
oh, discipline. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be. Yeah, you do gotta be disciplined. But I mean, for me, I need a little motivation as well. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I mean, life goes in waves too. Like if I'm competing, I can be disciplined to the T. My diet on point, like everything, train every day. You know, like I know what the goal is. You know.
Yeah.
But like right now, I just got done moving, selling my house. Like I got the gym going on. I got regular work. It's hurricane season, so that crazy for us at regular work. You know, like over 40 hours every week. Probably, you know, just like.
I have an interesting question about that before I forget this question. So you obviously deal with hurricanes a lot.
Yeah,
Why do you live in Florida, dude? That doesn't make any sense.
bro.
Like
I
you're
love
investing,
Florida.
yeah, but you're investing in a house in Florida, and this is my fear since I've been an adult, and I never had this fear as a kid, is that since I've owned anything, I'm scared to death of hurricanes now.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm afraid to die; I'm afraid to lose everything
Lose
I
the
have.
things you have, yeah.
Insurance,
how-
bro.
Insurance for real
Yeah,
though,
but
dude.
I don't
For
know,
real,
dude.
bro. I wish a hurricane would take this house out. Paid, son. I don't actually.
We're gonna
wish
have to
that. That's not what I'm
delete this
saying.
podcast
That's
now
not what I'm
because they're gonna go
saying.
like, "Well, we see here,
Well,
minute 6:47."
Yeah, right. They're like, I wish this house would burn down. Next week, the house would burn down. They're like, hold on now.
Yeah.
It just
No,
scares
it's-
me for that reason to lose everything. Like,
Yeah, I think you just have to be smart. I mean, you know, you live in Florida, so you know that there's a possibility if you live by water, you're gonna flood. If you
Flood.
have trees by your house, they could fall on your house. You know, like you just got to be smart. You got to have insurance, and
Yeah.
it's just a part of living this area.
And you've seen the worst of the worst because
Oh,
you help build everything back.
Sure, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
the worst
I
of the
don't know, that
worst.
scares me, dude.
Yeah, it's just like maintenance on a car. You know what I'm saying? It's like constantly making sure that everything's, like checking your roof every year to make sure
Yeah.
you don't need,
Yeah,
stuff like that. Or doing
Maintenance.
window checks,
Yeah.
yeah, shit like that. It's just, and like you said, insurance is like a huge thing. So
yeah.
that, takes a lot of the,
It's just part of life,
Wait.
though. There's everywhere you live, there's something. You know, you live here, there's tornadoes. You live here, there's hurricanes. You live
Yeah.
here, there's snowstorms. Like,
right. Yeah.
hey, it's just part of life, man.
That's true.
Yeah. So I had a question about, as far as like balancing all the things you do, right? Because you talked about you have lots of hats that you wear, right? There's all different kinds of family man,
Yeah.
husband, gym, regular job. What helps you kind of,
Regular.
regulate, balance that? What keeps you in a sound mind that you're,
My-
able to do that?
My wife.
Yeah, that was that's the answer. Dead
That's
serious.
it right there, dude.
I mean, serious, yeah. I mean, she does check me, and like she's the number one person that checks me. Which, God bless her. She's amazing, and I love her. But I do play a lot of roles, and I am busy. Like I do have a 48 plus hour job. I do have the gym. I do, have put on the tournaments and stuff like that. And like I do want to be a competitor. Like sometimes I have to turn that on and off. But that's a part of the balance. But
Right.
the most important thing to me is my family and my daughters. Like
What a beautiful family.
have
too,
to
by the way.
make sure that they are getting enough of my attention. So like my wants, my selfish wants of competing or like being at the gym every day to train because that's what I enjoy to do. Like I have to put that on the back burner,
Yeah.
and because they're the most important. So I
Yeah.
prioritize my things. Like
Right.
when they're older and maybe off to college and maybe I turn it back up and compete a lot more.
Right.
Like that's what I enjoy to do.
Right.
But right now, this stage of life, like if I train 3 times a week, cool. If I train 4 times a week, that's really good. If I get twice a weekend, hey, I got twice a weekend.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, you know. The gym always, like, I was laying in the bed last night, my phone rang, it was like 9:30. Like, that just is ongoing all the time, you know, nonstop. But I think just prioritizing what is important in your life, what takes number one, what's number two, what's number three, and then giving your attention where it's needed. And then, you know, if you don't have someone to check yourself like I do with my wife, then you got to check your own stuff. You got to be like, hey, I'm putting too much time and effort in here, and this is getting put behind, so I need to focus a little bit more on this. And I do that, like, with the other stuff that my wife don't really check me on. Like, I'm like, okay, I need to put a little bit more energy here because this has kind of been on the back burner. I need to get this done, you know. So it's not easy. It's not easy.
I can't even imagine, bro.
No, that's life. Nothing's easy in life, and I like to be busy. My mind is a mind that's like, I'm always thinking about 100%. New ideas and new things to do. And like, oh, I want to try to do this, or I want to try to do this for the jiu-jitsu community. Like, I want to do this for our gym. I want to, you know. And so that's how my mind's always going. But I got to check myself. You know, it's just the way it is.
Sometimes your mind is too much for what you can do.
Absolutely.
Time,
you know? Yeah, and that's where, like, Lauren plays a big part, because, like, you may not have good perspective,
right?
But somebody seeing you from the outside has a better perspective because they're not as close.
I can definitely make that work, and then and then she's like, okay, well,
no, you can't.
hold on,
yeah, a little further away than that.
Well, but
I wanted to know, like, obviously a goal of yours was to own a gym.
Yeah, well, it kind of fell into my lap. It really wasn't my goal, to be honest with you. Kind of fell into my lap.
Okay, well then go on that, because like. My idea was, like, I thought your goal was a gym, and then I was going to ask you, what, now that you have that and, like, your family and all these things, like, what is the next big goal? Like, at one point, having your black belt was like, wow, that's, like, maybe unachievable. That's so far away. We don't even know. Yeah. Like, how did all that fall into place then?
Well, let's take a step back and let's talk about Pensacola Jiu-Jitsu history.
Okay.
Briefly.
I'm here for it.
All right.
I'm here for
briefly. It. Then we'll dive into how everything kind of played out. So, and I you know, somebody listens to be like, oh, well, you left out this or that. I might leave out this or that, you know, on accident. But 13 years ago, 14, 15 years ago, like, there was barely anybody doing jiu-jitsu in Pensacola. Mm-hmm. Barely anybody. There was a handful of people that were like fighters, more or less. Like, there was nobody doing just jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You know? So we'll take it a step back just to throw Mr. Kurt in there. Mr. Kurt, for people that don't know, is one of my students. He's 62 years old. He's a brown belt under me and has been training since 1994. But, like, Chris Hatter, one of the first 12 Americans to get their black belt, it was either him or his wife were stationed here in Pensacola, and they had a club in UWF. So Kurt was one of the first people to train jiu-jitsu, really, in all America, yeah?
Yeah.
Because the Machados didn't come over to what, in the 92 or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. But it was in the early 90s, right?
Yeah.
So, and he was a purple belt, one of the first 12 black belt Americans. So that's way throwback, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, they had the club there. That failed. The guy came from Brazil, went back to Brazil. Then Kurt kind of like trained on his own here and there. And then there was a club, a group of guys that actually I branched off of that. Adriano Lucio.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of like branched off of the UWF club, and there was some guys that kind of branched off that and had a club at the Big Green Drum. And then there was Downtown Gracie. They kind of came along. I'm not really sure all their history. And then that was like it.
Yeah.
You know? And I had a friend that was a pro fighter that I still work with, a good friend of mine, James Nevels. And he was a legit purple belt pro fighter. I was like, dude, I want to come watch you fight. Like,
now, did you have any experience prior in any sort of athletic endeavors at all?
Yeah, I played every sport. I mean,
almost
every sport. I played football, basketball.
And what was your age at that time?
20, probably around 20, 19, 20. Because we worked together, and we started working around together. I was probably about 19 or 20 years old. So 07.
And then you're like, yo, let me
08.
come to your training.
Well, I was like, at first I was like, let me come watch you fight. I think
Yeah.
it was super cool, super dope. Like, let me come watch you fight.
Yeah.
So I went and watched him fight a couple times. I was like, dude, this is freaking awesome. Like, first time you see MMA live, you're like, this is cool.
Yeah, it's
You know what I'm
insane.
saying? Like, this is real.
Yeah.
Because no diss and no other martial arts, but like, I didn't really care to do karate. I didn't care to do taekwondo. I was like, no, that doesn't really interest me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I saw MMA, I was like, holy crap, this is real. I need to learn this.
Yeah.
And I told James, like, dude, I don't want to fight. I got a job. I got bills already. Like, I just want to learn how to defend myself.
Right.
And he's like, well, come train here. And it was the green Red Dragon. Red Dragon karate place.
It sounds like a movie.
It was actually
Was this a Chinese buffet?
Yeah, it was a Chinese buffet. I think it was Red Dragon. It was on 9th Avenue.
Okay.
Karate place.
Yeah.
And but a purple belt named Rico was teaching there. And James would like drop in and train there along with training at Dean's gym. Dean like is in the history of combat sports, of course. It owns Island Fights, but he owned the gym before all that.
Okay.
You know, so I would go train with James at the Red Dragon and go train with James MMA and Muay Thai kickboxing at Dean's gym, and then we'd go to Mobile and train some, like just bouncing around because there was no like places really doing MMA
Yeah.
and jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. Gracie downtown, awesome guys, love those guys, but you know they're more focused on self-defense, you know, and that's awesome, you know, and they have produced some killer competitors over the years too, but you know their main focus is self-defense, and they're all the way downtown. I'm in Milton, you know, so anyways, the karate studio really didn't do us right. They only gave us like an hour to train, and then that was it. No extra rolling, no extra drilling, you had to pay $120-something.
Wow,
a lot of
back
money.
then?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And so it was like, bro, this isn't working. Like we'll train out of my garage, and we'll go to Mobile, we'll go to Foley to train, we'll go wherever mats are, we'll go and make something happen. So we that's what we started to do. And
once you started your garage type thing, what level were you then? Still white?
I was a white, probably white blue belt, you know what I'm saying? But I was training with purple, like legit purple belts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like a world famous blue belt, by the way.
Oh,
like your blue belt days? Everybody talks about your blue belt days.
I did have a little fire streak on my blue belt days, but I got to train with like legit guys right off the bat, you know, which would
helps.
purple belt back
important.
then. That's a big deal. A black belt, you don't even see a black belt.
Yeah.
Like you got to go to Atlanta to see a black belt. You got to go to down, you know, California, like, or you got to go to YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyways, I helped a friend start a gym. You know, taught there. You know, and then it was long story short, it was my time to kind of branch off on my own.
Yeah.
And I had this opportunity. Another karate dude did me wrong. These karate dudes, they do me wrong all the time,
Dude,
man. You did karate, man?
No.
Karate guy?
I did karate when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Tong Suda.
What is the relationship with jiu-jitsu and karate? It seems like a lot of gyms start with karate gyms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Wheels and Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean.
No,
but like Josh and them
I say a
now.
lot of karate dudes did me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of good guys in karate. Like the
But it
Wills
seems like
guy,
there's
I hear
a
nothing
lot
but
of-
good guys,
But
good things about him.
partnerships
Here's the
there.
thing, though, is there's a lot more.
It's
you
like
gotta think about
symbiotic, I
percentage.
guess.
You know, there's a lot more karate gyms than there are jiu-jitsu gyms.
Is
so
there?
It's like,
Oh yeah, I think so.
It's like
Are you speaking facts?
100%.
There's
There definitely is. There definitely is. But I'm just saying
more
that.
karate than jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude.
You don't put money on that.
Back. Oh, at least 10 years ago, 100%.
Maybe
Yeah,
10
for
years
sure.
ago.
10 years ago, yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
So you know you're having to work out of these places, and you know with a bigger population of karate people, you're gonna have a bigger population of people that are shitty.
Yeah.
You know,
Karate people.
mathematically it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. But so,
anyways,
I built a gym in my backyard specifically to get more training for my competitions. Blue belt, purple belt days. Okay, time frame. Like, I taught at this gym in Pensacola. Then if I wasn't there, I still wanted to be training. Like, I'm still ate up with jiu-jitsu today, but I was ate up.
But
with
you got the bug.
I didn't have kids. I didn't have.
Yeah.
I had my wife. But I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. I'm training every day, all I can. Sometimes twice a day. That's how I progress. Like, 'cause I would literally get off work at 2:30 and go to the gym and stay until kids class started. But I would be drilling with a friend until kids class, teach kids class, then teach adults, and then go home. That's how I lived my life.
Yeah.
But anyways, I built that gym in the backyard to get extra training. Then a couple buddies started coming just to get extra training. Then people like randomly start coming. Then long story short, I got like 20 people training at my house, like coming up Tuesdays and Thursdays, like 20 cars in my front yard. And I was like, it's time to do something a little different.
Yeah.
I got people calling me like I don't know, wanting to come train, which is cool because like I'm begging for training partners at one time, but it was time to do something different. And
was it scary to take that first step into like an actual like gym type scenario? Because obviously you weren't opening a gym from scratch from your garage,
right?
Like you had to be in somewhere.
Yeah. Well, this was the thing that the karate guy left off on that is this karate guy had a gym in Milton, and he was claiming about when we can get off on some fake black belts in a little bit, but this guy was claiming to teach Brazilian jiu-jitsu and MMA kickboxing, and then of course karate, because that's what he really was a karate guy.
Yeah.
But I already had a couple friends go in there and like question him his legitimacy.
Yeah.
And they all were like, nah, he's not legit. Like we don't know why he's got jiu-jitsu on his sign, but he was legit teaching jiu-jitsu. So a guy that was going there for striking, like kickboxing, because the guy knew striking, knew karate, whatever, was like, you need to talk to Trey about your jiu-jitsu classes. Like, Trey's legit. Trey's here in Milton. Like, get up with him and see what he can do for you. So I did. I had a meeting with him. We talked about it. Like, he's like, all right, first of the year, you come in and do your own program. We worked out all the details. I'm like, okay, cool.
What year is this?
Oh, maybe 2010, maybe something like that.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
That was before the internet. You old, dude.
That's super old, bro. I feel old, man.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I feel old, man.
so the first of the year comes around. Okay, now I done settled up with my other gym, said, hey, look, I got this great opportunity, gave him a notice, like was super professional about, getting this other opportunity, like gave him, I even said I'd still help him out, still wanted to train with him, still would teach classes if they need me, blah, blah, blah. This guy said I could start first year, call him first year, he's nowhere to be found. But everything's in his gym.
What?
Like he's got a boxing ring in the gym, he's got mats, he's got a full gym. So I'm like calling this guy. Finally calls him back. Oh yeah, I had to dip to Crestview. My in-laws, they're super sick, and I have to go take care of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I just settled with the other gym and I teach there. Like I already have all this people that are training with me, 20 people coming over to this gym. Like, this kind of leave me in a bad situation.
Also, it makes you look bad.
Exactly.
To everyone, because like his rep is burned now.
Yeah. So I was like, well. This guy was shady. He was teaching jiu-jitsu, shouldn't have been teaching jiu-jitsu, and he kind of bounced around a couple places, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and he was giving me a good opportunity, so I was like, let's see if it works out.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it didn't work out. He bounced, and I was like, well, I'm going to go full speed with my own thing because I got 20 people training with me, and I'm fixing to have my first daughter, so like I want to be around as much as possible.
Yeah.
So being here at home was gonna work out well, and I went full speed with it, man. And so
but you went into that same building?
No, so we just was like full speed into my garage or my building that I built, 600 square foot, right under 600 square foot, completely matted. Yeah. Those are old school days around me. There's still some people around that know about those days. You know, some kind of a little rough. Because I mean, we did it for free. Like I taught for free. And matter of fact, like I never did it. I still don't do it for money. Like it was like I called the county and was like, hey, can I teach classes for free and be a business and I have a commercial play? They're like, no, if you're offering a service, you have to pay taxes and charge and all this stuff legally. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll do that. You know, but
now, did you do that for like insurance reasons? Because you didn't want somebody to get hurt and then like possibly individually sue you or something?
What's that?
Like it became a business.
Yeah. Like, well, when I called them, the county, I was like, hey, can I teach a martial art and have a business place, because I was looking to get a place, you know, and this and that and other. Like, if you're offering a service, you have to, you know, you have to have a business license, you got to have tax license, you got to have this, that, the other, you know. I was like, okay, cool. So that's when we were like officially going into
so if you didn't business. So if you weren't gonna charge, how were you gonna be able to afford this place? You're just out of pocket. You're just gonna be like,
bro, I'm thousands out of the pocket already. I built a building to train jiu-jitsu. Like,
he said,
bro, like when I started my business, I shot myself in the foot because you got to. I've learned so much, you know, over the years. I feel like I've got a grip on everything now, but. At first, I was like, dude, I don't want to charge nobody. I want everybody to train. Like, this is, I love this. Like, I just want training partners. Like, $60 a month, y'all can come train with me. Then it's time to get new matches. Like, oh, I ain't got no money because I've been paying rent with that $60 a month.
Yeah.
You know? So I shot myself in the foot, but we've overcome, you know, and
learned for sure.
And we are where we are today.
You adapt like crazy.
You got to, bro. You got to
improvise, adapt, overcome, baby.
I don't know what all that is, but
you've never heard that?
No, I don't go to the gym like that kind of gym. We go to a different gym. You go like, adapt, overcome. These biceps are coming, baby.
It's like a military term. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yeah, I never was in the military.
No,
I like it, man.
All right. Did you ever watch?
Sound like The Rock.
Did you ever watch any survival show ever?
You're talking about Nicolas Cage stuff again?
No, actually, no. No.
For once, you're not.
No, you a fan of Nicolas Cage?
Please don't do this. Don't.
No, anyways, I'm not a movie watcher, bro. Honestly.
So, anyways, you were saying because he's gonna go on a tear, bro.
You.
He's gonna go crazy. He's gonna talk about Ghost Rider for like a half an hour.
Okay, continue. So.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Oh, what was it?
So you went full throttle into this $60 a month.
Yeah. So
and you're like, oh, I shot myself in the foot,
man. So like, you know, your main question was like, did you want to own a gym? Like, I just wanted training partners.
You just kept going, and then
there was the evolution.
Like, oh, wow, yeah,
it was the evolution. Like I got this building to train myself, to get extra people to train with me. Okay, well now I got all these people that want to train with me, and I had this opportunity that fell through, and now I got to get a place because I got all these people training with me. You know, and like
it's a cycle.
Yeah,
it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, and so man, we kind of bounced around a couple places because. I bought a piece of property. I had a house and it was big enough to build a commercial building, like legit gym. That kind of fell through. So we were kind of renting a place at a daycare, believe it or not. Okay. Then that dude didn't really treat us right. So we bounced to a doctor's office. Okay. That really wasn't fit for us. So then we bounced to a legit commercial place that worked for us, 1,200 square foot. And that's the first place you came to. And
oh, wow.
And you know the story from there. Yeah. We outgrew that, and then we went to another place and outgrew that. And now we are where we are now, you know. But I never really. I'm always thinking new things and wanting to do new things and grow new things, and you know. Yeah. But like I never was like, I want to own a jiu-jitsu gym. When I first started out, that was not my goal. You know,
that's wild. And look at you now, dude. Like. You may not agree or may not know this perspective, but you are like the face of this area's jiu-jitsu. Like whether or not other gyms want to acknowledge that. Like, do you know another gym owner's name? And go. Yeah.
Well, no.
If you say Trey Alidor, people know who that is.
Well, I think people know it is because I like to. You know, not necessarily take credit because there's a lot of people that's in play, but I want to be a part of the growth of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You push it like forward. It ain't like, oh, Trey Alidor, Pensacola, jiu-jitsu. No. It's jiu-jitsu
in Pensacola,
in Pensacola, And from where we came from, like I said, 15 years ago, there being nothing, basically nothing. People training in their garages,
Right.
you know, to now there's multiple gyms everywhere. There's world-class instructors in this area, really good gyms, like awesome competitors. And you go to a competition, you got legit competition. Like, bro, when I was competing in blue belt days, you said I was on tear or whatever, like, yeah, that was in New Orleans. That was in Atlanta. That was in Alabama, Birmingham. Like, you had to travel to compete.
Right.
Yeah.
You wasn't competing in Pensacola.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now you can almost compete every month in Pensacola.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which,
Really.
you know, it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Little Johnny's mom and dad can't, afford to let little Johnny compete every month. But
And pay the membership. Yeah.
yeah, you know, but
It's tough.
there's tournaments all the time here, and the growth is awesome. And so that's what I want to be a part of. I want to be like, I'm thinking of like, what's the next step
How can
to
I
put
make
this area on the map?
Yeah.
We're not Atlanta. We're not Orlando. We're not Miami.
Yeah.
We're not New Orleans. Louisiana's got a huge scene too. Those places have huge scenes in jiu-jitsu, and I'm like, what can we do to better our area, put our area on the map? Like, that's what my brain kind of is going to. And then that's what, like, okay, Trey was a part of that. Trey ain't got to be the man or the face. I don't want to be. I want everybody to grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what you're saying, like, you don't want to be the face of, what you're pushing, like the innovation, is the reason why you're the face.
Yeah.
It's like, it's counterproductive in that
Yeah.
way, even though it's a good counterproductive thing. Like, you're pushing it, and like, whether you want to or not, you own that gym, and people know that gym to be such good training.
Yeah.
So you are that name.
It's because you are pushing it.
Like,
Yeah.
people
You
will
know?
be like, for example, Ross is like, I see your purple belt. Who's that under? And then I'll be like, Trey, and he's like, okay, that's legit.
Yeah. Then that's a good thing.
You're legit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, you have a weight behind your name, but for the reason you want to. Not like, it's not a negative connotation that people are like, oh, it's Trey Alidor. It's like for the reasons you want it to be good.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. A lot of people will strive for that in their life, and like, you're just striving to push something, but a lot of people will do it for the other reason,
the
to
opposite
push
reason.
it, but they want to be known. Hey, I did that, dude.
I'm the man.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that.
No. I don't want to be like, when I put on tournaments and like the super fight shows, like, I want the other gyms and the other teams and the competitor to shine.
Yeah, to
I
highlight.
don't want my, I competed in the last one because there was an opportunity there and we needed another match and we needed a black belt match. There was no other black belt match. Like, but like, usually I don't want to compete in my shows. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody else to shine. The other teams to shine. You know what I'm saying? Help them build them up, because they build up, then we're going to build up. We're all going to build up. And that's what I want,
Yeah.
So
You do an amazing job with that, bro.
yeah, I appreciate
Seriously.
it. Well, and shout out to Sammy, because like, I wouldn't even do the tournaments or anything if it wasn't for him. He was like the hammer, like, hey, you need to do this. Hey, we need to do this. We need to do this. Come on, do this. And finally, I was like, okay, let's try it.
Sammy has the vibe of like, this is just crazy enough to work. He has that vibe, but he's such a good dude.
Sammy is a super good dude. I think sometimes people think that he comes off a little wrong to them, but he's got a good golden heart and a good dude. And to me, he's like we're gonna get this done. Like, he's the hammer. Like,
He's himself, and nothing stands in his way.
Yeah, no. Like, he's
driven.
a
It's hard
hard
to find
worker.
people like that.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Real hard to find
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like that.
Like, you want him on your team for sure.
Yeah, I remember rolling with him the first time. I'm like, people are this strong? This is insane.
That's how I feel when I like shake your hand.
That's how we became friends.
Yeah.
'Cause I rolled with him. I tapped him with an arm bar. And he was like, okay, I'm training with you now.
Yeah.
He's always been a purple belt ever since I known him. I mean, he's like,
Yeah.
he's one of the old school dudes of this area too. Like, one of the first MMA fighters, pro fighters, went and fought M1 and done a lot of big shows. And like, he's old school before anybody.
Yeah, he was
around
telling
here.
me a story about the Tough House, like fighting Alex. I think he goes by Spartan.
Yeah.
I don't know his official last name.
His official,
Alex?
his legal.
Nicholson?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's him. Yeah, he was telling me about fighting him, like training into the Tough House. This is like an old school story. We were building the cage for like one of the super fight events.
Oh, yeah.
But I
I'm
was
sure.
like, man, dude, he goes way back.
Yeah.
That's
Sammy
insane.
Sammy goes way
the start
back.
of it isn't crazy long. But
There's only a few really old schoolers still in the game, which is
yeah, I wanted to ask
to
you,
a
like,
point disappointing.
so you were talking about, like, you're in the garage and then you got into a commercial building. But of all the people that are training now, who's been with you the longest as far as, like, maybe not day ones, but, like,
But been around.
yeah, they're
since-
still there.
Yeah.
Even if they're not every day there, they're, like, still actively coming. Like, who's been the longest?
In our gym, still there today, you're going to have Thrasher's day one white belt under me. Wow. So, like, when he gets his black...
He's a brown belt.
He's been
dude. That's
training, I think, 8
insane.
years, roughly. So when he gets his black belt, he'll be my first white to black, you know. And then you got
That's awesome. And y'all are boys. That's so cool.
That's
That'd be like me giving you a black
crazy.
belt, dude.
Yeah.
They're like us.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll see
Yeah.
each other and just like,
Oh bro.
Yeah, he's my boy. And then
you're gonna lose it when you do that. By the way,
oh yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna like,
Oh bro, I couldn't.
no, I'm giving you a black belt, dude. Thrasher's gonna be like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah. He'll definitely make fun of me. And then you got DJ, he's an old schooler.
Yeah, boy.
DJ really was a white belt when he first started training with me, but trained like prior to coming and training with us.
Yeah.
Super good dude. Love DJ. And then Kurt, Mr. Kurt. And then I'm sure I've got a few people that I'm like missing. There's a few people that are like old school, but those are probably the three that are like the oldest
Yeah.
That's awesome.
from our crew.
You know what I love about jiu-jitsu is, like, obviously nobody in the world is normal. There are gonna people be a little more like tame, but in jiu-jitsu, like, you literally meet people from everything.
That's the awesome thing, dude.
Doctors,
Yeah.
hunters, like people that are in construction, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gulf Power,
Lawyers.
appearances at
Yeah.
Target. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And people
Geniuses.
from all over the world too. That's man, I
Yeah.
got friends in Korea, I got friends in Japan, I got like literally all over the place, man. And,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
Dude, you know what's weird? And I know this is a weird thing about me, but back in the day, I didn't used to like military people, but not veterans. I didn't like people like you, like your age, that just got in, but they signed.
He didn't like you, dude. He didn't
But-
like you.
Bro,
No, I
he
didn't like
hated
him at
me,
first. No,
hated
he
me.
knows. Like
I
that
hated
is
him,
that
too.
is well known.
Yeah, it's documented for sure. We hated each other the minute we saw each other.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
fucking guy.
Yeah, we're like, fuck that guy.
No,
he's got all those
but-
tattoos. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
But like military kids, because it's mainly because working at the mall. You would see them
100%.
come in and they would just be blowing money and they didn't give a
100%.
crap
Yeah.
about anything.
First and 15th, dude. They're coming in and blowing their entire check.
yeah, like
bro.
they drop like $1,000 that day, and I'm like, okay, cool.
What are
And
you
they'd be
doing?
super disrespectful, right?
Yeah.
But doing jujitsu, that's changed my mind because I've met so many military people that may have been stationed here for like 2 months and they're just in transition to the next location,
Yeah.
or they're here for 2 years or something. It's like that's how I'll know somebody from like California.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I can't speak for like Korea or nothing,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
that in itself is like a cool revelation for me in jiu-jitsu. It's like, dude, I never thought I'd come around on those type of people. Now those mall rat people I won't probably ever like because they're just like,
Not a huge fan.
yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I love that about jiu-jitsu. It's like you meet
Yeah.
so many
The
different people,
relationships you
and
can build for sure.
typically people in jiu-jitsu or in the community of MMA in general will have like something you can respect them about.
Yeah.
They'll have like character and like discipline, and it's like you, like we respect you like for no reason almost. You
Yeah.
just have like a vibe about you. Like, I mean, I have a reason, but
We talk about every time you bring something like this up in the jiu-jitsu world, right? The relationships or, the meeting people throughout the globe or whatnot. The more I think about it, the more contrast I see between jiu-jitsu and the restaurant industry.
yeah.
Because like you're talking about, it doesn't matter how long they're there for, whatever, they're coming in to train, they're automatically part of family, right?
Yeah.
But it's like working in a restaurant, working in the back of the house, you meet anybody that's, whether they're from California or whatnot or wherever.
Yeah.
But the fact that they work in a kitchen, you're automatically like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you
A
go through
family.
because I do the same thing. And I respect you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. And, you might have some of those kitchens that are a little bit different. And I'm sure there are gyms that are like that too. But But the more we talk about it, it's like, yeah, it's crazy how there is that.
It's crazy how quick, and it's probably like a dinner service with you, but for us, it's like a roll.
Right.
How quick you can be like, brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like you feel something. It's like rolling with somebody. You're like, obviously he's been through something because I can feel his knowledge in the movement.
Yeah.
So it's like I can respect you because I know you've put in the work, and I can feel that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can probably see that during a
100%.
service, and you're like, oh, I see how he moves. That's different. He knows something.
You get some like old school cats from like back in the beach days in like the early 2000s when they were doing like thousands of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like you'll get every once in a while we'll have like one of those guys who's just been in the industry forever. You know, come in and work for a little while, but you can see it in the way that they act. But you know they've been through like that hardcore shit back in the day when it was like, dude, the worst kind of kitchen, environment you can be in, and you're like, yeah, dude, I respect. I know I've heard stories. I wasn't there, but I've heard stories, and I respect you for that. You know.
So with that, since being maybe not a gym owner was your goal, what is the goal now that you have all these things? Like, obviously you're innovating constantly, but is there like a goal you're pushing towards? Because you said you like to have a goal,
Yeah.
and like that really drives you, or are you like chilling right now? Because I know you just did a big thing and transitioned to this new gym, even though that wasn't like last week. It still just happened.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, that was a big move for us. We got over 4,000 square foot.
Beautiful gym.
I was about to say the
And
pictures,
you
dude.
literally just replaced the mats.
Yeah, brand new
Color
mats.
scheme.
Bro.
Dope.
Yeah.
I was about to say the
I
stuff
got
that he
Cody's
showed
approval.
me.
Okay, all right.
The stuff he showed me, dude, it looks insane.
You need to come to the new gym.
Yeah.
He's been to every
dude.
gym
Yeah. Yeah.
since
think I
I
have.
started. He's been to everyone
gotta
at least
come.
once.
You gotta come.
Yeah, I think I have. Actually.
You have, yeah.
Have you trained?
Yes.
I rolled it. Yeah.
Have I
I've
made him throw
trained
up?
with-
Maybe I've made him throw up.
Not
Okay.
me. Not me.
Well,
Bro,
somebody
just
else.
come in when I'm in. I'll make sure to treat you right. You know what I'm saying? I know
Seriously?
Cody's like, oh, I'm going to get you, bro. I'm going to get you.
Yeah, you think I'm strong? Like when I shake your hand?
Dude,
Yeah, right.
Listen, here's the
This
thing.
is a different thing.
The killers you bring into my house.
Oh,
bro?
this is number one killer.
Oh, I know.
There's not been a
That's
number
what
one,
I'm saying.
more number
you-
one than
saying,
There's
this.
a
dude.
lot of killers in this seat, man.
Dude.
I've been watching.
Yeah, but
bro.
look,
I've
if
been
you were
listening.
like,
I've been watching.
if you stood up and was like, "This is my house," we'd start
Bro,
packing
I'd
our
walk
shit.
out.
Nah.
I'd walk
We're
out.
gone.
Leave the
I
key.
wouldn't do that.
Taking the dog
You
and the
know what I'm
cat.
saying?
Leave the key on the table.
Okay.
And I'm out.
Trey got two houses now.
You got-
Trey two house. That's what they
Nah.
call him now.
T-Ray
two house, baby.
No.
Yeah. So what's your next?
I'm in a big transition because we did just get the new gym.
and new house.
I just sold my house. I'm fixing to start building a house.
Oh.
So that's really big on my plate right now. And but everything's in motion. Like we're still gonna do. I think we're gonna do a MMA show December 4th. So we'll try to have some CJJ on that, and maybe a couple of jiu-jitsu.
Is there a
matches.
location for that?
Crestview, yeah. So we stay in Crestview, and then my goal is kind of branch out for the tournaments and try to go reach out to Mississippi, go reach out to like Tallahassee, Panama City, and do a tournament there. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that, and it's a good thing, but I think that a lot of tournaments kind of seen what we were doing here locally, and then they jumped on.
Okay.
And I think that some of them. Great, I love it that they're here. That means more competition.
Trendsetter.
But here's
Influencer.
there was two tournaments that canceled in 1 month. They were both in the same month, and I don't think that our community here locally is at that level to where we can support so many tournaments. Like I said earlier, like little Johnny's mom and dad can't afford to pay the tuition, then pay $100 for them to compete, or $100+ for them to compete.
Yeah.
Every month or twice a month. Like the
Yeah,
average
really.
mom and dad can't afford that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Even monthly rent a month. Yeah.
like
It's
there
a
was a lot
lot,
of
dude.
tournaments that jumped to this area, which like I said, great, because I want my students to compete as much as they want, whenever they want, at whatever tournament they want. Like I'm not gonna hold back. You want to go compete? Go awesome. Go compete. Well, let's make sure we got a coach for you. You know.
Yeah.
But that kind of set us back just a little bit because, like, oh, well, there's a tournament going on this month. We can't put a tournament on this month because, there
Yeah,
can't be
it's
two
too
tournaments,
much,
you
yeah.
know. So we kind of took a step back this year a little bit. Plus we got a lot going on, selling the house, building the house, etc. But I'm looking to hopefully reach out and, you know, grow the tournament brand a little bit, you know, just continue to see jiu-jitsu grow, you know, like that's just the next step. But like I said, I got to keep myself in check, you know, making sure that I'm doing what is most important, and that's my family, you know. So I'm only one guy, and I still got to work. I still got to work a full-time job to pay my bills.
Yeah.
I love
dude.
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, it's great, but it ain't going to pay my bills at the end of the day. So I still got to work
make
the
sure
9 to 5.
Food on the
doing
table.
it,
And
working
a
on the
roof over
power
head.
lines, you know.
So I love and respect this fact about you, like that. I feel like it could pay your bills, but that would change who you are in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
The way that you are in jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
is beneficial for the area and the community is because of the way you've set it up.
Yeah.
Like if you were to retire from living or working for a living and doing what you love for a living and changing it that way, it would change the growth. The local area couldn't grow as
I was
fast
about to say, yeah, it would be too
because
much,
you would
I
be
feel like.
sucking dry the innovative ability
Yeah.
that you have now.
Yeah.
Because yes, Gulf Power technically is pushing jiu-jitsu forward in the area. You know?
Yeah.
Because they're keeping you able to own a gym affordably
Yeah.
and move
Yeah.
Yeah.
forward.
Right.
Like in a weird way, like
At a pace though
I see.
that the community can handle.
because
You know,
if you
it's-
did just take the check from the gym, things would slow down quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's a balance,
Yes.
but some days I'm like, oh, this balance sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to
I can't believe
I don't
want to
do this, bro.
Yeah, dude,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
want to
saying.
get up, you know, at 5 o'clock in the morning and get.
That's what I'm saying,
But-
dude. It's like I can't understand.
Or when
like,
you're on call or away.
Yeah,
Like, that's insane.
yeah,
You-
some
like,
storm
I
trips,
was,
whatever.
I was like, when you coming on? Sean was just on. And he's like, dude, I'm in Panama City right now recovering from this hurricane.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And I was like, wow, I feel like an asshole for just asking him why he ain't coming on now. Because you're like, dude, I've been gone for like 3 days. And I was like, oh my God.
yeah.
I'm
And
sorry.
that's my life, bro. But
Yeah.
some days I'm like, most of the days I'm like, it's a good balance for me because, you know, I can let stuff kind of organically grow and blossom, and it's not a force to do anything, you know. Like this is meant to be. It's gonna work out, you know. So it's a good balance.
And the way that you do it too, you have a team behind you that want to help it grow at the same time.
Bro, I have the most awesomest team. That period, bro.
That's
like,
a word.
That's
Most
that's
awesomest.
the awesomest.
Yeah.
No, that's my word. But listen,
You have an army behind you that would do anything for you.
bro.
All
The
of us.
people, our support team is amazing, and I could not do it. I cannot take the credit for where Team Remedy is. It is not me. It's everybody with me for sure. Like it is. I mean, there's too many names to even name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's every instructor at Team Remedy. You know, every supporter, because we got supporters, like people that just like what we do.
Yeah.
You know, and they support us, and that it takes people like that. You know, it's the jiu-jitsu community that supports the tournaments. It's the jiu-jitsu community and MMA community that support our shows. Like it ain't just me; it's the people with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, we got the best army. You know, for sure, it's the best support system there is.
You know, and subconsciously, like, it's just who you are that makes it that way. Because
Yeah.
I feel like if you were trying to be like that, it would show and people would see through that. Like,
Yeah.
I've been a part of a gym where somebody was trying to come off a certain way,
Yeah,
but you could see through it.
yeah.
You're not trying to be my friend to get money from me
Yeah.
to push your life forward.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the best out of me when we're training.
And people see that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
dude, just like when I was like, what do they call it? Pee Wee League when you're in the football.
Yeah.
Pee-wee.
When you're super young.
Pee Wee football.
Pee Wee football, dude. I was like 10 years old, and coach would grab you by the thing. I mean, things weren't going right at home, you know? Okay, because he was saying things that I'm like, these are the first time ever hearing these things. I'm 10 years old. I'm like, I've seen movies that I'm not supposed to see. Never heard this language. And he would headbutt us. He's not wearing a helmet. We're wearing a helmet. And he's headbutting us, and I'm like, that's only hurting you.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling any of this. And he's like, get your head in the game. And he bleed, and I'm like, oh,
this Pee-wee football, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what?
serious,
I'm
bro.
9.5.
Yeah, I was like, you want to borrow this helmet?
Yeah.
But it's like those type of people I would do nothing for. But they make you feel like you have to die on a hill for them. There's something about the way they speak to you that you're like, you do that, but in the kindest way possible.
Man, yeah. Just
I sound like this is just kissing your ass on podcast.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, though, if there's ass kissing to be had, who else is it going to be towards, Like,
well, I appreciate
I know,
it.
and here's the thing. I know we can say as much as we want. He can say as much as, or we can say as much, thanks and stuff to you. And we know you're never going to accept it.
Yeah. That's
but
cool.
At the end of the day, it's like, we know, and everybody does know, that there is insane thanks to you, because of what you've done and what you are doing.
Yeah. Well, it ain't just me, though. And I can't take the credit.
Yeah, but look, you never take the credit, and you can take credit now.
And you're going to.
Okay.
Man, we, like I said, we got the awesomest. That's
Most
right.
awesomest?
Most awesomest.
That's right.
You need to have a shirt that says
Support.
most awesomest team.
Yeah.
Remedy.
We do. I mean, just like yourself. Like, if I say we're gonna have a tournament, you're like, bro, I'm there.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm
Say no
whatever,
more, fam.
whatever
Yeah.
you need.
We there.
Like,
Yeah.
And it takes
We
people
pulling
like
up.
you to make it happen. I can want and do and all I want, but I gotta have people there to
There's
help.
got to be support behind
There's got to
all
be
that.
support. There's got to be people that are like, yes, let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, we did the black belt super seminar a few years ago.
Which was insane.
That wasn't my idea, bro. It was not my idea.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the one that put it together. I probably pushed to make it happen, but Daniel Silva and Danny Ruiz,
Yeah.
that was their idea. And they supported it just as much as I supported it. And every other black belt that was there and every other team and every person that come to support it, that was a community thing, which was the awesomest thing ever. Like,
That was
super dope.
such a huge turnout too. Like y'all did, it was 4 seminars at the same time every hour.
I think so. And I don't know how I came up with that, but it was the only and the best way I could figure out to do that. We had
Because how else would you do
20-something black belts, which is rare for this area.
Like, it was him. I mean, there's too many to name.
No,
But
it
Sean was a
like-
part of it.
Yeah, no, like I'm nobody compared to everybody else that was there. And it's just like, we had a black belt formats, I think, black belt every hour. So multiple.
Yeah,
so
so
you could pick where you wanted to go.
Exactly.
It was, dude, that was
They had a
super cool.
raffle where they just
give away
geese,
geese.
like all kinds of stuff.
Man,
Dude, it was
That's
awesome.
like once in a lifetime that you'll see that many black belts together.
Honestly, I don't
Like,
even remember how much money we raised. It was over $6,000, but and every penny went to all the gyms that were affected by Hurricane Michael.
Yeah.
And I got to see firsthand because I went over there and worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was devastating. And then there's some gyms didn't recover. Like they're gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is sad, but
Yeah, I remember we donated a lot of clothes as well.
yeah.
Like,
We did a lot of things like just our team. Like let's get a donation
drive,
this and that and the
Yeah.
other. But anyways, what I'm saying is like it took everybody. You know what I'm saying? It took the community. It takes the team.
I know you
everybody.
just brought that up, but we should do something like that again. Like a drive for we should pick a reason, but
Yeah.
we should do that every couple of years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a good
Get everybody
idea.
together.
Yeah.
Well, it's also I feel like a
Get the gang back.
beneficial, really beneficial thing to have that many people of that caliber.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Together.
It's almost like how they do
it's
the
like-
jiu-jitsu camps.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that,
It's
but
like-
it's like a day.
It's like when my chef and like a couple other chefs of like local spots down here get together.
Do like a workshop.
You can see. Well, it's never like really a
on
workshop.
purpose. Word.
Right, but
Gotcha.
they'll all end up kind of in the same place, and then you just start seeing this stuff happen, and you're like, oh, wait, what? And they're talking about it, and they're like, oh, I tried this with this, and then you're like, oh, it's about to go down. And you're getting to watch it happen. Bro, that's one of the coolest one of the coolest things, and I'm sure it was the same way for
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
we could do that on the fairgrounds, bro.
Yeah.
Or-
I mean, I'm always thinking of like things like that to do. I think what really pulled it off is like, those are our local people, Panama City.
Yeah.
You know, those are our local friends, our local gyms. And, you know, I was passionate about pushing that. The other teams were passionate about pushing that. So it really worked, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that you got to have a good cause.
Driving
There's a
force.
ton of good causes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah.
these were our people. You know what I'm saying? When we go to the competition next month, you know, like, those are our homies that we're, you know, we'll fight against them, but, like, we're going to say what's up and chat it up afterwards, you know. Like, those are our folks, you know. So we had to take care of them, you know. So it was, like, super good cause that everybody got behind. And it was really cool to see happen.
Well, God forbid another natural disaster happens.
Yeah, we
But if you need hookups with black belts, your boy kind of connected now. Y'all don't know if you know about my pool around here.
you know everybody.
Got a podcast
I
now.
know you get all the people in the hot seat,
Dude.
man.
Big britches, you know.
famous,
That's what
man.
they call me in the
This
industry.
dude
Big
phone
britches.
blowing up over here. Dad.
Yeah.
Blowing up.
We know like 50 people now.
I don't know if you saw the subscriber count, but we're almost to 120 now, dude.
I did
Yeah,
see
we
that.
might have hit 120 today. That's just
checked
on
it-
YouTube.
checked it
You
earlier.
talking about Instagram?
Like 650, dude.
No, bro. We just hit over 700.
Really?
Like maybe today.
That's awesome.
We hit that 3G on the downloads the other day.
That's
Which
awesome.
is crazy.
too.
And just like you couldn't do it alone, we couldn't do without you guys listening to this right now.
Oh, that's right, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to y'all guys, man. Y'all just like keep pushing because it starts out small,
Slow burn.
So that's the
Yeah,
way
dude.
it's the evolution. Like that's the way it's supposed to be. Like don't
Yeah.
force nothing. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, y'all. I mean, y'all are a lot of cool people on here already. You know.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know
we've
what's
been
insane?
honest. We've
Like-
been so blessed with the
Oh,
people that
yeah.
have been able to come in here, like just to get to meet. You know what I'm saying? To sit down and chat with for like an hour.
Yeah.
It's been so, like just the opportunities we've had. I think has already, paid back. Not financially, obviously, but
Yeah.
just getting but you know what I'm saying. Like just
Yeah.
being able to meet these people and like get to know
Financially
these
in your soul,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
filled me back up
people.
already.
100%.
Yeah.
Like time and time
dude.
over.
Oh yeah.
It's been awesome.
I think it's because like yeah, a lot of it is jujitsu connections, but a lot of it is like people I find interesting that you connect with and they want to tell their story and they don't ever have a chance to.
Yeah.
Like you just
Yeah, it's I feel like for our community, it's not, there isn't a lot of platforms for people to really, unless they're doing it on social media, which,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has like an Instagram.
And if it
whatnot,
is,
but
people give you like a tiff about getting onto it or something.
Yeah.
Like
but to be able to sit down with a couple people from the area and like
Yeah.
actually sit down and talk about, whether it's upbringing or how they
Or
got into
issues
their
or,
career or,
like, yeah.
whatever it is, I think it means a lot for people, which is, I think it's super important. And I think it's like, it's a blessing for sure.
yeah.
you
Now,
know?
does my family listen at all or like it? No, that's fine.
Maybe
That's fine.
Right?
You said
That's fine.
maybe. I've talked to them.
Well, it's fine.
I said, so did you check it out? They were like, not my vibe. I was like, oh,
Listen
you don't
to-
like it?
listen
They're
to
like,
10 minutes?
no, yeah, I've listened. Don't like it.
Listen to
I
10
was like,
minutes
that's
of
cool.
it, turned it off.
I was like, you didn't want to come on? Because I can't have you
No,
on
no,
now.
no.
You talking like this.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah, dude, it's like definitely pushing forward. I don't know what like the end goal is, but we enjoy doing these things. We enjoy having like awesome guests on like you. Like
100%.
people listening to this may not know who you are, but to us, you mean a lot,
Yeah.
For sure.
Like what a similar parallel, I guess, is like you invest a lot of money into your gym, like the one that you had that you built.
Yeah.
And you didn't ask anything from anybody. Like, we don't ask anything for anybody listening, really.
Yeah.
Like, liking our thing is cool, but you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just enjoy doing this.
Yeah. I don't.
You got to do it for the love.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
like,
That's the thing. Do it for the love.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
like, dude,
I wish
I,
more people would do that shit too, man.
Yeah.
like, I only ever want this to self-sustain, which costs almost nothing to self-sustain now that it's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I just want to have people I want on to, like we want to have basically what this podcast has been built from is our love for the same comedian, and his name's Tom Segura.
Yeah.
And one day he'll be on this.
He will be on there. Yeah.
And he's world famous. I'm
Yeah.
talking. He's like maybe top 3, top 5 comedian in
That's
the
awesome.
world.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He just did he's just started his arena tour, which is like 150 dates. I mean, he's gonna
Huge.
make
Huge, dude.
an unbelievable
It's insane.
amount of impact from this
Yeah.
arena tour. And are we going to see it? Yes, we are. Yeah, we're going like at the end of this month.
Yeah, dude. There's goals for us that we're trying to reach, and like we're hoping that. Well, I mean, at some point we are going to reach those goals, you know.
Yeah.
And like this is just like the levels that we're working on to get there, you know. But I think we both know at the end of the day it's going to be exactly what we want, you know.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. Like, obviously, I was a person before I met you, but I appreciate you instilling like that type of discipline in us to like just push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it doesn't
bro.
matter if it's not going great right now. Go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Keep
got
pushing.
to. You ain't. There is no other choice. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
the
you
other
got-
choice just sucks.
Yeah,
If you quit.
Yeah.
yeah. You
And
can
then
quit,
what?
but that's not on the list, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, you're on my team. That's what I'm telling people. Like, I talked to somebody the other day. They're like, "Oh, thank you for this." Da 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 da. Bro, you're on my team.
Yeah.
Like, if you're on my team, like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take care of you. You are
Yeah.
my priority.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I want to see my team shine. Like, I want to see my students beat me or be better than me or
Yeah.
do more than me. Like, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pushing, like, everybody on my team pushes me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push them. It's
Mhm.
a two-way street.
Well, I speak
Everything.
I speak for everyone. Thank you for pushing us because we are definitely
yeah.
trying to push you.
It's
hard.
It's hard. You make it difficult.
But
Well,
yeah, you want to say anything about how terrible Thrasher's bass is or anything before we get out of here?
I did smash them right before this podcast. You know, I try to, when I get him in side control, I just try to give him that little bit, you know, right in his chest, you know.
Anything you want to shout out before we leave though?
Shit, man.
December 4th coming up. Any
Yeah,
pages you want to shout out?
Yeah, December 4th, we're going to do an MMA card. Hit us up on Southeastern Elite Combat if you want to be on there. CJJ. Trying to really push CJJ. You know, there's not huge interest in here. I think it's super cool. Something about me, I like all formats of grappling, all formats of combat, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
CJJ, Jiu-Jitsu, ADCC, IBJJF, like submission on it. I like it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want CJJ, hit us up. MMA, hit us up. Kickboxing, hit us up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to all the students, all the support system for our team, and appreciate everybody. Thanks for having me on, y'all. Thanks
Well,
for doing
everyone
this.
appreciates you, man. And
Bro.
dude, thank you for finally gracing us with your presence.
I know,
dude.
man. I had to wait a little
Had to
bit.
give it some time.
You're
He's
like,
like,
I
like-
don't know if this is legit.
I had to let Tony Rayborn on here first.
Oh,
wow.
Gotta wait to hit that.
Had to let Tony
3,000.
come warm it up for me. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
yeah.
Ooh.
Could he have been more awkward? No, that's fine. And we're going to go on that.
We're gonna cut it out of here, dude. Thank you so much
Yeah.
again for coming and hanging out,
Appreciate
for real,
y'all.
bro. Thank you for hanging. Thank
Yeah,
you guys
we
for
love you.
watching. Thank you guys for listening. We love you. We're getting the fuck up out of here. Yee yee.
Yee.